we have here a 2011 Toyota Tacoma 4-cylinder 2TR-FE 4x4 automatic transmission. And no, this is not for sale. This is a service I'm going to do. It's got 155,000 miles. And I'm gonna do the oil change, of course, tire rotation, along with that, front differential, rear differential, transfer case, transmission fluid, coolant, front brakes, brake fluid flush, serpentine belt replacement. I already did the filters, engine air and cabin filter, and I already did the power steering. I think I did that at 128,000. It's got 155 right now. I did it last year. I do put a lot of miles on this. It's daily driven, so I've got to take care of this thing first before I take care of the Supra. So here it is right here. Nothing crazy. I do my serpentine belts every 50K. I don't wait for a squeaking noise. I just do it every 50K. Cheap insurance. I replace this pulley also at 100,000. I was gonna do it again, but I said, you know, I want to do it every 100K instead. So I'll do it at 200,000 when it reaches there. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna record the process the best I can. I'm running the GoPro camera, and that is all for the intro. So here's my setup right over here. I got the quick jack. Definitely worth the investment. It's a little hard, not harder, but it's just, if you want to set it up, you just gotta keep lifting it. It has wheels and all that, but it's definitely worth the investment. But anywho, I am going to put the oil filter on. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I always put oil in my filter. I use AMS oil, high mileage, 020. That's what the car takes, is 020. Yeah, but I would recommend using high mileage when it hits 75,000 miles, so that way the oil it helps replenish the seals, I believe, and all that stuff. So all right, so we got the oil filter up in here, hand tight. You know, it's a lot to record and work at the same time. That's why I wear the GoPro camera. But yeah, I got the Wix oil filter. Already drained the oil and put a new gasket, factory Toyota gasket. Make sure you wipe for mess. Double check this, and we are on to the next fluid. So we're over here at the rear differential. All this laying down and all here. We're gonna unplug this first, of course. Make sure we can loosen this, and then you drain it. Because if you drain it first and you take this out and this doesn't come out, then you can't put fluid back in. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna place both the gaskets right over here. All right, so we got the top drain plug out. Now we're gonna take, or the top fill plug out, and now we're gonna take the drain plug out. Look at that thing right there. Gold. Gold, gold, gold. Just the way I like it. Yeah, I change it every 30K. So last time I changed is 128,000. So it's at 155. So I said to myself, might as well change it. Another thing too, guys, this right here too is a vent. I don't know if you guys can see that differential vent right here. It builds pressure, differential, and this is where it vents out. I changed this at 128,000, roughly 30,000 miles ago. So I'll probably change it 155 at 185. I'll probably change it then. But yeah, make sure to change that too. I'll try to get the part number when I can and put it on the description. All right, just always make sure to replace your gaskets. I've got 2 crush washers over here, so replace that. They're both the same for the rear. All right, make sure bottom drain plug, or the drain plug, always clean the metal shavings off. This right here is a magnet, and it collects the shavings from the differential, the ring gear and all that, pinion. So go ahead and clean that, clean it off. Just make sure you don't get confused on which one is the fill plug and drain plug. Sometimes they're both the same size, but they look different. This one has well, this one's flat, and then the other one has a little dot on top. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put this back on now. Put this right here. Just want to let you guys know this is no glamour at all. This is as real as it gets right here. Ugh. Getting down the creeper. Oh shoot. Putting that drain plug back in. This is how it is when you have no lift, or no shop lift, when you have an at-home lift. How easy does it. And tight. We're going to torque these down. Well, we're going to torque this down first, and then we're going to fill the fluid. Oh man. But this is how it is, guys. No camera tricks, no glamour here. This is how you do it at home. So I still have the spare tire on. The bottles I got, it could fit here. It's like an easy squeeze bottle. All right, so I just did the rear differential. Sorry if I couldn't record the filling. It was just in a weird angle. I don't have a tripod for the GoPro, but yeah, if you saw it earlier, it was gold. Then I tightened this. Torque spec is 36 foot-pounds, and then I started filling. I'm using you see it, AMS oil 7590 easy bottle. It took about three quarts, and started dripping out. So that's kind of how you know when you're done, is when it starts trickling down a little bit. Then you can go ahead and put the drain plug in, the fill plug in, and same thing too, 36 foot-pounds. If you don't have a torque wrench, just kind of like, tighten it, kind of like tool tight, not hand tight, but a step up above that is tool tight. So kind of like a get till it's tight, then quarter turn. All right, so now we did the rear. Now it is time to move to the middle and do the differential, or transfer case, excuse me. All right, we are now under the transfer case, so it's going to be the same drill, guys. Go ahead and loosen this first, of course, always. Then we're going to loosen, or take this out and drain it. All right, I have to make sure I get the camera out for this. This too, maybe also gold. Look at that. That's first place gold right there. Whoop. That's first place gold. But yeah, guys, I don't do any off-roading. Honestly, I don't even think... I'll be honest, I don't do any off-roading. This is a 4x4. That's why it's gold and all that stuff. I daily drive this thing every single day, 8 days a week. Yeah, I drive this. This is my daily. But yeah, you should always change your fluid every 30K, even if you don't use it. Oil in there does swish around when you drive, obviously, and also oil loses its qualities over time. So even if it's still, it's gold, just go ahead and change it. Cheap insurance. So right now we have just replaced the gaskets. They're like the flat washer gaskets, non-crushable. So go ahead and replace them. I'll be honest with you guys, you could probably get away with reusing the old ones, but they're cheap. Again, as a mechanic, while you're in there, replace them. And yeah, even if they look alike, they're still not alike. You might want to separate them to two. All right, so I'm putting it in. You want to do it till you see a steady flow coming out. That's it. See that? That means it is full, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Again, this is what I'm using right over here. I believe this is 1.1 quarts. Each bag here is 1 quart. So what I did is I took the whatever residual was in there, I put it all together in here and made that 0.1. But yeah, guys, once it's flowing like that, then you know it's done. Now we are going to torque these. All right, so the torque specs actually is 27 foot-pounds. Yeah, torque these to 27 foot-pounds. So right under there, I'm draining the transmission fluid. Also replace the gasket. I'm gonna get all the part numbers for all these gaskets and crush washers I've been using. I'm gonna put it down in the description and all that jazz. But yeah, usually for a transmission, I like to, because I don't change it all the time. I think I change it every 60K, 50, 60K, something like that. And so I don't memorize the transmission fluid quarts, so that's why I always have a bottle right there. Kind of whatever comes out, I'll put back in. So, oh man, look at all that. No glamour, guys. This is how it is. So no studio lights, no camera tricks. This is laying down on the ground, kneeling on the ground. So after this, I'm going to then do the front transfer case or the front differential. Alright, so we're over here at the last differential, which is the front differential. If I said earlier that you needed to take off the skid plate, you don't. I was just getting ahead of myself for the coolant. But anywho, you're going to need a 10 Allen socket. Put it right here. Of course, take this out first, and then when that is loosey-goosey and you can remove it, and you'll go over here and you will drain it, and of course replace the gaskets. And I'm expecting this to be gold again, because I'll be honest, this does not really get used. Okay, so we're about to go drain this, and they should be gold. First place gold. Ooh. More like second place gold. Well, yeah, there it is, guys. This is a different drain plug right here. So I gotta clean myself up. So we're gonna head and this is the drain plug right here. Again, we're gonna go ahead and clean it off. I didn't even use this thing and it's already like dirty. Like, look at that. I don't know if you could see that, but I never used this. When I first got the truck, I'm a first original owner. Yeah, I was going off-road. My first 4x4. You know, I got this brand new 2011, but I was going off-road, random mud and stuff, not knowing anything about off-roading. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and also replace the gasket with 2, and then we're gonna put this on here. So I just got done with all the differentials. Just got done with the front one. But if you do the front differential, it's easier with the easy bottle, easy pack. Because if you have this and you pour it in, the bottle won't go, because the axle or the subframe and all that is in the way. So if you don't have this, go to like Harbor Freight, get one of these. It's a suction gun, or it can and it can also push fluid in. And then also get one of these. This is like a little pump that can pump the fluid upward. So but yeah, I didn't have to use this. I did before have to use this, but I use this all straight. And the front differential takes about 1.5, and whatever was left in here, I used two of these. I just put back in here, so they're just, make sure they're the same. So yeah, that's what I use, guys. 75 W90 for the rear transfer case and the front differential. And for the transmission fluid, I'm gonna use Type 4 Toyota. Let me go over here. Now you see the Supra right there. All right, over here, we're gonna use that. Takes about 4 quarts. Memory's coming back to me now. It's about 4 quarts that came out. It is 4 quarts that came out. So 4 quarts is going in. And yeah, we're gonna do the coolant next. All right, so I put oil in this thing. I put about 5.5 quarts of 0.20, plus I pre-filled the filter, so that should be 6. I also put 4 quarts of transmission fluid, Type 4 Toyota, in there. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, shift through the gears, and then check the fluid. After that, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna do the coolant later. I'm gonna leave the car on the lift, and we'll see what it goes on from there. Ooh, it's hot in here. But right now, I'm just gonna shift through the gears. I'm not even gonna go in dirty right now. But yeah, just foot on the brake. Just this camera. Foot on the brake. Go through all the gears. Reverse, neutral, drive, 3rd gear, 2nd gear, 1st gear. Go up again, 3rd, drive, neutral, reverse, and then back in park. And then I like to cycle it again one more time. Oh, then. All right, with the engine still running, I'm gonna go ahead and check the fluid level. That's when you want to do it. You want to do it with the engine running, because that way you can determine the hot mark, because the fluid is already warmed up. I let it idle for about 10 minutes or so. We're gonna go ahead and check that fluid level. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is all gravity right there. It is at the hot. Believe it or not, it is at the hot mark. The engine and transmission's been idling for about 10 minutes. So that does it right there. That's it. Shift through all the gears. But yeah, that's how we're checking out transmission fluid.